The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy. Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Right.
You should shut up. That's
what they say.
Please explain.
I reckon put aside 7 hours to get around the whole thing.
7?
Yeah.
Melbourne?
Yeah.
They're building new enclosures and shit now. It's pretty cool.
I haven't been to the zoo since I was... You know what? I think it would be like my high school girlfriend, like in year 11 or 12 or
The
something.
zoo's pretty cool, man. It's actually pretty cool. Like, because I do jobs, and then you got free time before you, like, have to pack down. So I just walk around. And I love it.
I'm excited to go.
Really? What animals do you want to go see?
I'm more excited to see my little girl, like, looking at the animals. Like,
Is this the first time she's going to the zoo?
She went when she was tiny, but she doesn't
wouldn't
remember.
remember.
So it'll be, like, the first time where she's old and she'll actually remember it.
You know when the kids love it? When they go into the gift shop and they rape your card, man.
Oh, dude, that gift
Yeah.
shop's fucked,
That's
dude.
gonna happen.
You know, every time...
Gift shops, period, man.
It's always at the end of the thing.
Man, I went and saw an exhibit at the actual art museum, started last year or something. I went to a couple of sort of niche things like that, like museums and shit like that.
Poof.
The gift shop, poof. Yeah, I saw a Scorsese exhibit. I saw
That's so gay.
a Banksy exhibit. Is that gay as well?
What's Banksy?
Oh, you know.
You uncultured freak.
If I don't... Dude, the disdain in your eyes just then when you said that to me, like, just
I've got
filth.
in my house. I've got like 6 pieces of Banksy.
Okay.
You know where in the hallway, the door, you know where my bedroom door is and my bathroom door is?
Yes.
On the wall there, man, there's like 2 different pieces of Banksy. My mum actually she saw him in Russia. Yeah.
Trying to access the memory banks in my mind.
And I've got 3 pieces.
Sweep aside the spank bank.
I was going to say, I've got 3 Banksy or 4 Banksy pieces in my bedroom too, which you definitely would have remembered.
Oh. Those ones I can see like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, Banksy's the stencil artist from the UK. They still don't know his identity. But then a rapper from the
Sean
UK,
Banks, I believe it was.
Sean Banks.
Sean Banks, 1731.
Dude, his identity has been like the
From
biggest
Liverpool?
secret of all time. But you've got his name and age and everything. You didn't even know who he was. One of these this rapper from the UK apparently name dropped him accidentally in like one of his last interviews. So like his identity might be out.
So it's shit like this. He does shit like this.
You know, like the whole obey thing and...
So he's current.
He's been around for decades, but he's still current. Yeah, he just bomb arts everywhere.
I love it. 2 new murals one day ago up here in London.
There you
Just
go.
like out of nowhere.
Wouldn't he be like 80 or something? Like still graphing? Still doing tags?
He's not 80, you dickhead. He popped up in the early 90s, I think. I can't remember. I've got one of his bio sort of books at home as well.
Okay.
My mum got them to me.
That's so cool, man. Like, no one knows he's coming.
No one knows who he is.
He's going to walk down the street and order a fucking coffee and no one would even flinch.
Yeah. My
That's pretty
point
cool.
is that, like, Banksy, right? My mum got me 3 bits of his artwork when she was in Russia from, like, some guy just selling them, like, on the street. You know, like, with the blanket and all that. And she got them framed and she gave them...
Flea market?
No,
If you will.
Like one of the... Flea market. No, like a hawker, like on the side of the road.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Like, you know, in one of the squares. I don't know where she got it, but she was in... I'm pretty sure she got it when she was in Russia. But, what's it called? She got that from some dude off the street, like just prints, you know, and then she framed them up and gave them to me. And then I got given some more as a present, like, you know, later on. And then, like, she gave me a book. Dude, I went to the Banksy exhibit, and they had, like, his T-shirts. Like, it was just a white tee with one of the graphs on it. It's like $60. What do you mean, man?
Just because it's Banksy?
Yeah, just because it's like really? Like, yeah, a reprint of it, like a postcard, $8. the gift shops fuck you the most, and the zoo is disgusting for
Dude,
it.
every time I've gone to the zoo now to do a job, I buy a stuffed toy for the nursery.
$16 for a tiny... tiny one.
$16? You wish it was $16, mate. You better take out a loan before you go to the zoo tomorrow.
That's like you need your credit card.
Dude, a small toy?
cash, yeah.
Small toy, $25.
The cash in your pocket will not cut it.
Nah. And the food
That's
there's
standard.
expensive too.
Oh, dude, the hot dogs.
Yeah.
What's a hot dog worth at the zoo, man?
About $5, $6.
Yeah. And
Just
you
for a hot dog.
go to Costco and you get the footlongs
The American-
with all you want Coke
Yeah.
and a side of like something else. It's like $5.
Slice of pizza, man.
That's pretty gross how they do it, isn't it? Because they know kids are going to want
Absolutely.
shit. So
And they know people are going to want to go to the zoo. Then nuggets and chips and all
Can you imagine the
sorts of stuff.
fleet load of Chinese tourists that come in on the buses?
Oh, dude, they clean up
The Chinese and Japanese, yeah. They get like a big group of Japanese tourists
Yeah.
that, you know,
all buying little koalas.
Exactly.
And what happens is the company that they've got an agreement with gets a cut.
yeah.
It's all business, man. It's all fucking.
Dude, I remember years ago, I remember when our first wave of like relatives came from Greece, like as in the like, you know, early mid-90s or whatever. They all wanted like the koala fucking toys and shit. And my mum
The
took them.
hat with the corks hanging off it.
Yeah. And they remember the pen with the koala on it?
Yeah, man, gripping onto the top.
Yeah, exactly. We all had one of them.
Yeah.
I remember my mum took them to the Queen Vic Market. And then I think Dandy Market or Caribbean Gardens or one of them. She's like,
You'll get a souvenir there.
yeah, because they kept seeing them in the shops and they're like rushing to buy them. And the old lady said, "Nah, like, don't be stupid.
gonna slug
If you're
ya."
gonna buy a bulk of it, like a gross, like
Come
we'll go
with
to the
me.
market."
Yeah.
Why fucking pay $8.20 for a pen with a koala on it?
Yeah,
We'd go to
go buy a piece of Australiana at some Arabs fucking
made in
store.
China. Yeah, made in China. Like,
Sold,
standard.
sold by Bilal. You know, at
Bilal. Some Afghan.
Sold
Wearing Russian jeans. Don't you love it? It's like a culture just coming together, man. You're selling
koala pens.
Australian signature pens with koalas on them, made in China, sold to you by an Afghan kid wearing fake Russian jeans.
in Dandenong.
Yeah. Turkish leather jackets.
And he's always got the Adidas bum bag around his fucking chest.
Oh,
Just
dude.
change. Yeah. Nothing but 20s and 50s. That's
standard.
That is Australia.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned,
Australia.
That is Australia.
That's
man.
Australia, man.
That's the best. I'm just seeing the kid. Seriously, man.
Yeah, the last gift shop I was in, I was just remembered, it was Melbourne Sky, like that, the big Ferris wheel.
Oh, I haven't been.
yeah.
I haven't been.
They have a gift shop at the end of that.
What? Buy little Ferris wheels?
Yeah, I went in that Ferris wheel last year.
Buy random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was all expensive as fuck.
That
too.
goes
Like-
really slow, yeah?
No, it takes what, like 35 minutes, I think, the whole thing?
Yeah, about
jam in
half a- if no one else comes into your carriage, you could.
If no one else, you need no one else to come. Well, okay, well, I love how he said that's the only factor stopping you from jamming.
That is the only
This thing.
factor.
There's cameras everywhere.
Unless they're cool with
In the
it.
actual
Yeah,
box.
man, they monitor the thing so no one, like, fucking destroys the thing or starts cracking up a bong.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, and they put different people in carriages. It could be a violent altercation. It's for your safety. There's a security camera in the carriage.
So what would they do if you started jamming? Would they shut it down or would they just let it go?
No, they'd let it go and then they'd kick you out on the way
They'd
down.
fine you and they'd kick you out. They'd
Worth
ban
it.
you
Worth
and
it.
fine you.
Worth it.
How
many people can say
No, well, hang on.
jammed on the Ferris
a criminal,
wheel?
that's a criminal offence. That's a lewd act in public. No, I'm not being serious. I'm not saying it's
Worth it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I reckon it'd be nice, like long passionate thrusts, just as you look out onto the city
You love
skyline.
these long passionate
I know you've been
thrusts.
hammering that phrase like
Yeah.
for the last like week. Long, passionate thrust.
Just with the sunset, maybe looking at the buildings. Just
Yeah, you're looking at the window. Ah, my eyes!
Okay, well, this is the thing. If you don't want to get seen jamming in the
in the Melbourne Star.
the Melbourne Star,
Just have it sit on top of
Can't believe
you.
we're like pulling the logic out of this one. You just assuming.
I want to hear what other
assuming-
reason you could possibly have.
Assuming you're not phased by the 24-hour security system.
Oh, is that
the
all?
surveillance.
No, that-
assuming you're not phased by that.
Not worried.
There are other carriages all around that you can see.
That's all right.
Yeah, but you could kind of get down low, I reckon, if you're on the floor and you can't
because
really.
it's all glass.
Yeah, but
Is
isn't it
there
like
seats in there?
There's a bench in the middle.
Bench? Done.
Dude,
So don't
yeah.
get naked.
Isn't the bottom
Just one zip.
the bottom half of the carriage is kind of like not transparent?
No, it's not transparent. It's a solid floor.
Yeah, so
but the surrounding is all glass. You can see other carriages. You can wave to people.
Just nestle into the bench, like
Yeah, and make sure she's commando. And just make sure she wears a skirt and just zip your... It's simple.
We're going to get arrested
just
one
plain
day.
old missionary up
serious?
against the bench, and you'll be right.
Nothing subtle about
That's how you do it, people. That's how you do it.
We're going to get arrested. This podcast can get shut down.
Nah,
We'll be on
fine.
the street, and I'll be wearing the T-shirt, and I'll be the one that gets taken to the back of the van. Like, what?
Lynch mobbed.
Yeah, it's because this idiot's comments about how to have sex on
And
the
then they,
Melbourne
then they
Star.
interview.
Assuming you're not bothered by the in surveillance camera, you know
All
what I mean?
people watching you.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
was going to say, then they interview me and Nick, and we're just like, it was all Dimitri, it was all his idea. The whole thing was his idea. We did nothing.
It's like
He forced us to do it. He forced us.
Yeah, it's got your name on the podcast, but it's my idea. It's my fault. Dude, the sax song before.
Breathless.
Nah, not Breathless. This guy keeps singing it over and over again. Do you know what it is? I'm surprised you don't know what it is.
No, no, no.
Me and Fabiani always sing it at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so think about the artist that he always used to gush over from the 80s.
Oh, okay. That straight away, like George Michael.
There you go, Careless Whisper.
So that's like more famous than anything Kenny G did, right?
Depends on what.
Like everyone knows that tune.
It's a different kind of thing. Kenny G's instrumental.
Kenny G's not a pop artist.
No.
He's a jazz musician.
Yeah, he does music for pornos and stuff.
But I know that even jazz purists didn't like Kenny G because it was moving away from what was essentially jazz.
Oh, just not in the like full dirty little club.
Yeah,
he was
full
branching out a bit.
hating on
he
this
made
guy.
he made
Yeah.
money.
He was coming in, bringing in sax into the mainstream.
Yeah, like bringing sax in and doing it his way, and like it's not jazz. You know, the purists, man. They would have,
G-banger, man.
Old leather jackets, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? With
How
fucking
dare he?
cigar holders and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead cool.
But that's like anything, dude. Like purists, you know, hip hop purists don't like modern hip hop. Like, you know, the mumble rap.
Yeah.
I don't like mumble rap.
Dude, new metal came in the early 2000s, and people were like, what the fuck is this?
This isn't fucking metal.
This is not metal. Don't call it metal.
Speaking of metal, did you see what Marilyn Manson did to Bieber? Oh,
Did
no, they were at
I did not hear
were they
Oh,
about
at
this.
Telethon, I think, for
Didn't
the
Bieber say, like, I'm not mates with you anymore or something?
No. You're thinking of Mayweather.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No. I think it was for a telethon for Hurricane Irma.
Chalk and cheese, Mayweather and Manson.
Mate, chalk and cheese, mate.
No, not Mayweather and Manson. Mayweather and Bieber were mates.
Yeah, but then they cut ties.
Bieber's church group.
Oh, the Hillsong.
Told Bieber to sort of cut ties with Mayweather because it wasn't good for his image or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he tried to play it down. And then, I'm pretty sure it was because of a telethon for Hurricane Irma and, what was the other one? There was two hurricanes that went through Texas and Florida. One had a guy's name, one had a girl. What was the...
Yeah, Irma and
Irma and something else.
I'll have a look.
I can't remember.
Hurricane Dim.
Yeah.
It's Hurricane Maria now.
Yeah, that's going through
Mexico.
Yeah, there was an earthquake in Mexico.
Yeah, they copped it, man,
Yeah,
real bad. SOS alert. It's going through now.
Dude, Bieber was wearing a T-shirt.
So this is between Bieber and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bieber went up to Manson trying to, like, befriend him or whatever, and he was wearing a T-shirt with, like, Manson's image and Bieber's name on it. The way the Kardashians...
Oh.
The way the Jenners did the other shit.
Yeah.
And Marilyn Manson said something like, "You're not even dick height to me. Like, don't even try." Like, he was trying to, like, go him. He's like, "Dude, you're not..." His quote was, "You're not even dick height to me." Like, he's a kid. Because Manson's a tall dude. He's a
Why
big
was
guy.
he trying to go him? What?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just saw it quickly on, like, you know, some tabloid shit.
Howard Stern reached Justin Bieber's text to Marilyn Manson. Honestly, I thought we hit it off. Oh, there you go, yeah. So the tiff between Bieber and Manson centers around a Bieber T-shirt that features Manson's name and face on the front and text "bigger than Satan Bieber" and then Bieber on the back. The shirt originally sold for $195.
Not worth it.
$195 for a Marilyn Manson T-shirt.
And the designer...
Bieber's name on the back.
The designer said Manson gave him permission to reinterpret the original image, but not to that extent. That's fucking like... He lost it. Yeah.
That's fucked. Why would, like... It's like the Jenner T-shirt. Like, how ridiculous was that?
Oh, and that's what he said to him. The Rocket claimed Bieber was already wearing the shirt when they first met. And then Bieber said to Manson, "I made you relevant again." Like,
that's what he said.
Be thankful.
Yeah.
This is Marilyn Manson, for fuck's sake. I'm pretty sure he's fucking relevant.
Marilyn Manson has been around since before Columbine.
And then Manson added he was a real piece of shit in that way. He had the arrogance to say that. Yeah, he just...
Yeah, Manson is a pretty humble guy. Like, when you talk to him, if you see his interviews, like, do you remember all his interviews with, like, George Carlin?
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of his stuff. It's so cool.
Super articulate and
He's
whatever.
articulate. Like,
Dude,
he's educated.
so
He's not-
intelligent,
He's not
man.
some fuckwit, strung out rapper,
No.
like, you know, rapper or rocker. Like, he's actually legit intelligent.
Oh, man.
Then Bieber comes along, like, you know, like, dude, who are you, man? Like, who are you?
It's such a different genre as well.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't want to be relevant to like people that like Bieber
And,
sort of thing.
and not just that, he'd look at Bieber and be like, "I don't give a fuck."
Wait,
dude."
how old is Bieber? Bieber's 23? 24? I'm taking a punt here.
Don't know.
I'm just trying to picture, like, just think of the age difference. Like, I mean, we're in our 30s, right? And
like the naivety.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
you might have a lot of money, you might have, like, toured, you might have made all this music and shit, but there's probably a lot of life lessons you haven't learnt yet.
Yeah.
Like getting the shit beat out of you.
No, I'm
he's
serious.
23.
He's 23.
He's 23, right? Now, Marilyn Manson...
Like, I'm sure, you know what, man? I'm sure, like...
42.
Nah, he's older than
No, he's older than that, dude. Think about it. Manson would have been 23, 25 when we were in...
Dude,
Yeah,
he released
pushing
his
50.
first album in 94. And he was like 19, 20 then.
Yeah, because we were, like, in year 7,
Oh, sorry,
8.
94, Sweet Dreams, Smells Like Children.
I was like children, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was
Dude,
about
Beautiful
20,
People.
something like that.
Beautiful People came out in what, like 97,
96.
98? Oh,
96,
really?
Yeah.
So how old is he?
He's 48.
Yeah,
So-
all the money. You said pushing 50.
Yeah.
That just makes sense. Eminem's nearly that age.
yeah.
Snoop is fucking that age.
And you know what's funny with Bieber and shit? It's funny because he thinks he made like Marilyn Manson relevant again. This guy hangs around with like Eminem, man. He's friends with Eminem. He's friends with like Slipknot, Corey Taylor. Like, you think he cares about this little pindick?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Manson, after the music, he started being in films and shit.
Yeah, man. He made another movie. He's making another movie now.
Yeah, like he lost the makeup and
Yeah.
he's an actor and stuff.
Yeah.
now.
So, like, but hats off to him, man.
That's like Soulja Boy when he went at Ice-T.
Soldier Boy, I told
Do you remember, like years ago, like easy 3-4 years ago?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Your Soldier Boy can eat a dick.
Soulja Boy can
Have you
suck
seen
my
it?
dick.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Ice-T's wearing like a throwback.
Yeah, man. I'm going to look it up in a second.
Yeah. Basically, Snoop, I don't know if Snoop did it, but Ice-T did it, and he came out and he's like, Soulja Boy, like, you're not fucking real hip-hop. You know what I mean? Like, real hip-hop was what we did, like, coming out of the 80s and 90s, like, fucking, like, because Ice-T was an actual pimp.
Yeah.
And an actual gangster, and that's why it's fucking funny watching him be a cop on, like, LA.
Do you want to
Yeah.
listen to a snippet of the 1 minute of
Yeah,
his
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
So, anyway, like, dude, Ice-T, man, he released a song called Cop Killers.
He released a new song.
Yeah.
I heard it. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
It's alright, man. Like, Ice-T's alright.
Ice-T's cool, man.
And I want to reply to all this internet drama that's going down, you know what I'm saying? I said something about this kid, Soulja Boy, while doing the mixtape, you know. The cats took it, you know, they basically were asking me how I felt about it, you know, the state of hip-hop and Soulja Boy, and I went on one, you know what I'm saying? So I apologize, Soulja Boy, for telling you to eat a dick. That was just...
Yeah, this is after.
Yeah, but like, it was,
Quite heated.
dude, you don't go Ice-T, man. It's not.
Soulja
something
Boy was just like 18 years old, like 18 maybe, you know.
Yeah.
And he's,
Well, it was probably a smart move because he probably made a name for himself, right?
who? Soulja
Soldier Boy.
He was.
He blew
Hey,
up.
going for the big dogs,
Yeah, he
dude.
blew up after that and then didn't. But his last albums have been garbage. You know what I mean?
Probably still pretty comfortable.
Oh, dude, there's videos of him driving fucking Lambos and, you know.
But Ice-T, he wouldn't even flinched, man. Like, alright, man. Like,
Yeah, no, he's just like, dude, I don't care. But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you
Cop
think,
Killer!
like Marilyn Manson is nearly 50. He's a grown man, had like his success, done films, movies, you know, fucking music, toured the world.
And he's smashing quality box.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Remember all the women that were
Dita
going
Von
after him?
Teese,
Yeah.
and all this kind of. We're talking some quality women.
Quality women coming after him. He
Yeah.
looked like a fucking goblin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lanky goblin.
And that goes to him being an intelligent guy.
yeah,
man.
just being him.
Yeah.
Charismatic
Yeah.
and being whatever, right? But then, like, Bieber comes out and says, I made you relevant again. Like,
Dude, shut the fuck up, man.
Fuck off, dude.
I wonder,
No, seriously.
I wonder how accurate that actually is because it seems like
No, it's accurate.
a really weird thing to do. Just, hey man, I made you relevant again.
But that's the arrogance.
No,
of
but
the
that's
kid.
the arrogance of someone, man.
Like, because he didn't like the situation with the shirts or whatever, and he goes, I made you relevant again by having my name in your face. It's like, are you serious? Dude, like,
Maybe I don't want my name with your
But
face.
dude, you're telling me that at 23 you're going to be fucking humble and like all like, you know.
be humble.
No, but I'm saying, like, you're going
Yeah.
to get humble artists, but then you're going to get fuckwits like.
Yeah, but then, like, you can be arrogant, but to an
No,
extent.
there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence.
Yeah. If you're confident, yeah.
There's a fine line between arrogance and confidence.
Confidence brings success. So you go out and get your record deals, go out and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But to go out to Manson and be like, I made you relevant again? Dude, you were still in your dad's ball sack when Manson was fucking... People was born in 94 when Marilyn Manson played his first album.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally.
it's like, relax, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, relax. Do you know who I am? Like, and that's the thing. You know what's funny is like, because all those musicians, like Marilyn Manson, because there's always going to be like people at the top of the food chain, and then you got people like Jay-Z
Yeah.
and Dame Dash and Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
That became entrepreneurs. Like P. Diddy became
And
an
they did it
entrepreneur.
very well.
Master P. I was watching interviews this morning
Yeah.
of Snoop going to Master P's label in the South. And Master P, do you know who Master P is? No Limit? He had the No Limit Soldiers label.
I'll show you later.
They were massive.
I'll bring up his wiki for you. so you
Dude,
can
they
have a
were
look.
massive back in like 94
Yeah.
to 96. 97. That was like their peak era. 95 to 97, 98. If
Yeah.
you really want to fine tune it.
Yeah, I was
What?
more into Nirvana, so I was kind of like, didn't really...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You noticed, like, you don't know who that guy is?
The No
I know
Limit
that
Soldiers.
guy. Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, Master P.
Yeah.
Dude,
Even his own TV show.
Master P was literally one of the biggest producers and entrepreneurs. He was the one of the first that became the epitome of that
Entrepreneurship.
urban hip hop entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
That knew that he could develop an artist, but then develop even further and branch out, start labels, and then start companies and all that sort of shit.
Yep.
I remember watching a doco with who's the guy you were talking about last week? You're watching a doco on him. Fuck. What's his name? The Jewish dude.
Oh, Louis Theroux.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Louis. Yeah, it was Louis Theroux. Went and had an interview with Master P, and then they got him into a studio to do a verse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With that pompous English
Yeah,
accent.
yeah, it was pretty funny. But like when Louis Theroux rocked up to Master P's house, it's just like Master P like was by a swimming pool, you know what I mean, playing basketball, like some shit.
Yeah.
Just had chains on and
No top chain.
yeah, and he's just like, Jesus Christ, like the money that like I saw him just fucking throwing around.
Well, in 2013, hasn't been updated. He was worth 350 mil.
And this
That's
is
4
like
years
this
ago.
is the South. This is like the South. This isn't New York, you know, banking off like that whole sort
New
of
Orleans,
thing.
Louisiana.
He's from Louisiana. Do you know what I mean?
He's
That's
only
a big
50.
deal. He's 50. To be worth, you know, $250 million, but to do it in the South, that's insane. Like you'd expect P. Diddy to do it because he was with all the glitterati and all that sort of shit.
And
Like,
then
does that make sense?
Yeah, and now Dre's worth like fucking...
Yeah, well, Dre sold his Beats by Dre, sold that to Apple.
Yeah.
And that made him...
And it says currently worth 740 million.
yeah.
Well, when you sell your soul to the devil's boys, that's what you get.
Well, not really. He was smart.
He was just smart.
Smart
and got
guy,
the
man.
Fuck out of the hood.
That's it, man.
what
He
did.
knew. He knew, man. He married a white woman.
Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's white. Nicole. He didn't...
Good boy.
No, you're...
No, but like, you know, he made his money very smart.
Yeah.
And one of the best producers in history.
As far as urban music and modern music goes, you have to name Dr. Dre in the top
Dude,
30, you know?
You...
Sorry.
Dude, you would have heard Beats. Alright, so...
No, I was going to keep going. I was taking...
Something to do with the dog?
Nah, the Optus Fetch box. She goes, why isn't it working? I'm
It
like,
just melted.
she goes, I'm like, is it plugged in? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, plug it in.
What we were saying the other week about women and
Yeah, exactly.
technology,
exactly.
yeah.
troubleshooting technology.
Talk about not tech savvy.
Did you plug it in?
It's
No.
not working.
She
It's not
literally
working.
just called me and said, why isn't it working? I said, is it plugged in? No.
Well, then
That was her response. No. Okay, well, plug it in and you might have some success.
Okay, let me ask you a question. All right? That just happened, right?
That just happened.
How often do you reckon you get those calls?
Once in a while, once in a blue moon.
Once in a while.
Okay, think about it. If you lived with a woman, like women, like a house of women, how often do you reckon you get those calls? If the women were younger, like closer to your age.
Lots.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Do you find that infuriating?
Not really. I just realised that. That's why I said, like, naturally women are less tech savvy. Not being, like, sexist, but it's just true.
No shit. It's shit like that though. You just scratch your head.
Yeah.
Like I know men are fucking dumb as dog shit. Where it's like, I can't wash my own clothes. It's like just put it in the fucking washer and
press a button.
put the laundry powder in. And yeah, I hate that. I hate fucking men that make us look like retards.
Like
Purely for that shit.
washing clothes is very basic.
Dude,
Yeah.
Like it's not,
don't mix your colours with your whites.
and you'll be fine.
I don't even do that, boy.
And
but I
even then,
mix the colours,
if
and
you
it's
do it in
fine.
cold fucking
There's
water.
actually a little song about it.
Yeah.
Don't mix your colours and your whites, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yes, I get
No, like, look, man, if you've got 5 white t-shirts and then you put it... No, you're a dumb cunt.
Trolling.
If you've got...
I chuck all my clothes in together. I just jam them in there, turn it on, they're all fine.
Wait a second, man. If you've got 5 white t-shirts and you throw a pair of new black jeans in, you're
Yeah,
going to get
but you're
black
just dumb
fucking-
if you're doing that.
You're going to get black ink all over these white
You know
t-shirts.
what? It's a good way to make a funky t-shirt, though.
Tie-dye.
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 Tie-dye. Fuck, man. We all made them in primary school, man. Tie-dye.
How dumb is that, though, man? Like, my mum just asked me that.
All right, but
And my
she's in
sister...
a...
No, my sister's there with her.
How old is your sister?
She's like 22, 23.
Yeah, no, that's no excuse.
You're throwing them under the bus. You're going to hear this.
That's fine. Because I heard my sister in the background. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll plug it in. No, just biting my tongue.
Johnny,
Okay, no, that's fine. That's
Serious,
fine.
man? You're serious?
Serious, man. Serious. No. It's not just women though that do that shit. Like I said, men are fucking...
Like, I'm not the best with technology and stuff like that, but I can plug stuff in. I know
It's
how to
like
turn a computer
101,
on.
like,
I know how to turn a computer
give
on.
it power.
Yeah, but if you taught me how to do all, like, sync this and...
Yeah, but that's different. That's software, man.
Yeah.
It's not just like plug a cord into a wall.
Yeah. Like, I know how to put a TV together. I know how to... you know when they say, oh, can you put in the cords for the back for the DVD players? I can do all that kind of
Dude,
shit.
I know. I've heard of fucking men, usually from women that are just cracking the shits about their men, that are incapable of like making coffee.
They're snags.
No, like incapable of making coffee. As in, just fucking turn the kettle on. Like they're completely like, oh, I've got no
Get
idea.
out some Roast International.
No,
boil the water.
I'm dead set serious. No, shit like that, man. Like shit like making a coffee, loading a dishwasher, fucking throwing your clothes in the wash and putting powder in.
Basic human.
Yeah, it's just like a mental, like, I can't do it.
Dude, I'm picturing my washing machine. I did a load last night. I hung it out this morning. I'm picturing the washing machine. It's got a big fucking dial on it. 20 minutes, 60 minutes, 40 minutes, 90 minutes. Delicates, cold wash, you know, fucking normal.
Your
blah, blah,
delicates,
blah,
you
blah,
got
blah.
cottons.
Yeah,
You got, like-
cottons.
Yeah.
And then
G-bangers.
yeah, there's a special setting on my washing
It says
machine
G-bangers.
for G-bangers.
It says lacy bangers.
You're fucked. What kind of washing machine would that be? Like, seriously? Like, corset, gag ball setting?
It'd come from China, I reckon. And all the settings would be in Chinese.
Gag ball setting. You got, like, a quantity of gag balls to throw in a washing machine.
I think it's time for a wash.
Dude, you got friends over and the washing machine just going around, just says, gong, 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 gong.
What's that?
What the fuck you got in there? I just said gag balls.
And then just starts making toast.
The ball gags, man.
That's my gag and whip, don't worry.
It's just the ball gags. Just picturing a fucking whip going around, man. Dude, can you imagine?
Oh, God.
Driving down the road and just looking like out the street and seeing like a clothesline.
And someone's hanging up ball
With
gags.
some ball gags just hanging off
Yeah,
the
just like
fucking line.
nothing's wrong. Like, hey, just clipping it up. All natural.
The woman's just in there
Do you
clipping up
think-
the ball gags.
Do you think we'll get to a point where society's that far progressed?
Oh, dude.
No,
Dude,
I'm
let me
being-
look
I'm
it up.
being serious.
I will look it up for you. Watch this.
No, I'm being
Oh,
serious.
That reminds me, I've got something I want to ask you guys.
What? If this is something...
Oh, did you?
What's Nick looking up first?
No. I keep talking because I gotta look it up. But did you bring in your little gay techno song?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Is this seriously... Are we going to listen to 6 minutes of it?
No. I just want to hear a snippet.
Well, I'd like you to, but if you don't want to, that's fine.
Does it change up? Have you got like different like?
It's just
No,
one...
it's just the beat.
It's
just
one
the bass.
pattern.
No, like
Dude, it's just...
For 6 minutes. And then it just fades out.
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop.
Wop, wop.
It goes like that, doesn't
And
it?
he just drops... He drops the instruments out of the drums.
Yeah.
So 1 second the hack goes out, then the snare goes out. So it's like...
I think you're underestimating my skills, Demetrius.
Whoa. What was I looking up? Ball gags.
All right, what do you want to ask us?
No, it just had to do with, like, when we were talking about the plebiscite and whatever, and do you say yes or no to... Did you guys vote or whatever?
I got the paperwork, I just haven't filled it out yet.
I haven't even got the paperwork yet.
Yeah, did you see? It's all over the news, man. They're finding dumped fucking surveys in people's... As if they never thought...
That's like when they get people like me to do the paper round.
Dude, like, seriously, as if they never thought that, like, some fucking right-thinking, you know, or even extreme left, like, whichever side...
Yeah, now more money.
Yeah, as if they never thought that some fucking postie with his own agenda wouldn't just throw the fucking papers out so that people wouldn't get a chance to vote.
Or some hoodlum from the east.
Oh,
that
because
just dumps them.
posties, we've got all our faith in posties. Are we forgetting the shootings with the posties? Like, seriously, dude. All the first massacres with postal workers just losing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was like the biggest cliche. Like a postal worker just losing their mind.
The humble little postal worker.
So I can't find any pictures with dildos and ball gags being dried on a clothesline.
Just a dildo upside down on
Just drying.
on a clothes horse on a balcony. I should do that from my balcony just to freak the neighbours out, on the other side.
You're like 20.
Yeah, you know what?
There's like
There's that
dingling,
woman,
dingling in the wind.
There's that, because you know how from my balcony you can look down on the units, the flats just on the ground?
Yeah, you've got the binoculars set up on the side.
The telescope.
The rotating binoculars, yeah. What about it?
Night vision, you know what I mean? Dude, I got more shit up there than Behringer did in Sniper, you know what I mean? Thermal fucking detectors and shit.
Satellite dish.
Yeah, it's like, I'm getting heat coming from here, done, someone's moving around, I just wake up and fucking...
Thermal?
Yeah.
Straight through the fucking wall. She's getting changed again, I know.
She's just doing the motions and getting changed.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. You can see, my balcony from there. When I get an extra high, I'll put my clothes horse on something so it sits above. One of the rules is you can't have, a lot of apartment buildings have got it, you can't have visible washing hanging on the balcony, as in over.
Yeah, but you can have it hanging.
You can have it hanging.
That just makes it look like you're in Brazil or something.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want that because
The favelas, man.
Yeah, like the favelas. It's funny because across on the other side, literally,
Actually looks like the favelas.
those red brick, the old red brick brown
Yeah.
the brownstones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got. There used to be a tenant up on the top level.
Yeah.
And remember across the guardrail,
They'd have their clothes and shit.
Yeah,
just
I think,
hanging there.
I think they were Asians, not being racist, but they're just doing what they do fucking back home, and they used to hang it all on the guardrail. Yeah, you can actually see me from my balcony if you're on the other things. There's one girl that's been living directly. I used to know the tenant that was in the same place that she's in now, but then they sold up and moved out, and she moved in. Would always fucking ignore anyone on my balcony. We'd be a group of us, and back in the day, man. If you made eye contact with your neighbour, you just wave or say, hey.
Just a friendly wave.
Howdy, neighbour.
Yeah, no, I used to have that kind of relationship with all the people in that area at one point because tenants had moved in that were sort of civil and, interacted. She outright, if she spotted people on my balcony and she'd pull up, she would get out of her car looking at the ground, turn her back, so she'd never make eye contact. Even when she was on the other side of the car, she would never look up. Didn't matter how much noise we were making, didn't matter if we were visibly there just looking out. Purposely would not fucking look up, ever. She had guests who would look up at me and fucking wave, but she would never look up, ever. I'd go home and get every bitch.
Yeah, what she was missing.
Dude, every ball gag, I'll go and buy $300 worth of merch.
What do you mean? Throw a ball gag through a window.
Yeah, dude, and just hang it up on a clothes horse, just sitting at the top of the balcony.
Just have a bunch of ball gags hanging off her door, man.
Oh, she's fucked. Anyway, okay, so you were saying something about the plebiscite?
Yeah, so
Speaking of ball gags.
Yeah.
Did you get it, Nick?
Yeah.
Did you vote?
Mrs. filled it out for me and she must have posted it.
I said yes, obviously.
Yeah, I was with the agreement of I shouldn't have to vote.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
We shouldn't vote.
Yeah, I'm all for it, and I shouldn't vote, but I know, my missus did it more for business strategy. She's for it, don't get me wrong, but she voted yes. She actually said the same thing that we said. She said, I shouldn't have to vote for someone that's got a human right. That's what she said, but she goes, I'm going to do it because of the business do weddings. Our business is going to boom.
Remember
if it goes through.
Yeah, remember when I said...
We're going to be like...
Remember how I got into it with Susie
It's raining, man.
You know how I got into it with Susie Youssef? About her wog jokes or whatever?
Yeah, I started following her on Twitter.
Yeah, and I said to you that I've had interactions with other pseudo-celebs and they're fine. Sarah Terry, that MasterChef girl, she had put up a post about gay marriage or whatever, let's vote yes, and I commented and said something we shouldn't have to fucking vote for a human right, this whole thing is a joke. And she wrote back and she said, I agree, but let's just make the most of an expensive situation.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. We're paying out of our ass.
Because it's a colossal waste of money, but let's just fucking make it.
Because if it comes back no, then you think, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, then we're fucked.
So just say yes and whatever, if you believe in
I
that
agreed,
kind of thing.
I agreed. We shouldn't have to fucking
We shouldn't have to vote.
It should just be done.
The government should balls up, like we said last time, and just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Why are we wasting hundreds of $millions, to send out...
But that's what I'm saying, dude. As if they didn't think there were going to be posters that were going to sabotage the fucking thing.
Absolutely, dude.
Mail tampering, anything. Yeah. Dude, just get into your neighbour's fucking thing. If you live in a block of units and you got 10 neighbours and you want to vote no, why wouldn't you just grab their sheets, fill them out and fucking send them off?
That's it.
Everyone's. That way no one knows...
No one knows nothing?
No one knows that they didn't get it.
Yeah.
And before you know it, the date's gone. And there's 10 votes to no that weren't, It's not like they're policing it where you have to go to a post office to vote, and they take your name and number.
And it's not like you go to vote. You go to an actual election.
It's literally... It's like junk mail.
Yeah.
Seriously.
How many people do you reckon would have seen and just thrown it out?
Dude, I've been
Before even opening it? Yeah.
I've been going to my mailbox religiously to get that fucking credit card that I applied for like 4 weeks ago.
Still hasn't rocked up.
They sent it to the wrong house.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Some comes
I
with
don't know
your
how they
credit
got it
card.
wrong. Dude, it was an online application, and then I got approved over the phone.
1, 2,
The
3.
postie just didn't give a fuck.
They sent it to the wrong house. No, as in like the credit card company got my address wrong. How can you get my address wrong when I fucking enter it on the online? And then they clarify it over the fucking phone as well.
People just can't be bothered, man.
No shit. I've been waiting 4 weeks for this credit card. Anyway.
Your interest-free period's running out.
Oh, dude.
That's it. See,
I know.
I told you what they're going to do.
Down the clock.
I told
They're
you.
running down the clock.
I told you what they were going to do.
Stretch it out to a year.
No shit,
I
dude.
told ya.
The interest-free period's gone, like running out.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'm still paying the extra few dollars for the NBN.
Absolutely. Look, you're getting
That's serious.
You are getting jammed left, right, and
It's
centre.
like a month, over a month. And I'm
So
still
you're paying extra for a service that they couldn't provide. That they couldn't provide. Not they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't because of the building the fibres.
Yeah.
And you've got a credit card with interest-free period that you haven't got yet that's running out.
It's probably all part of the equation strategy.
I think it's a scam.
It's like we take off this many months per.
Absolutely.
You know, it
dude.
all adds up.
They say we'll give you 2 years interest-free. You don't get your card until fucking...
Well, it's been 4 weeks. It's been over 4
You
weeks.
think like 2 months from each person, like,
Dude.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
How many people would have applied for that credit card?
Oh, dude, heaps, man. Because on the commercials, it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
That's
Seriously.
fine. Send it to the wrong address.
Oops.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a common thing. Let's just say it's a common practice in the credit card company's portfolio.
But dude, I actually came up with that theory ages ago. Like when a bank fucks you on like some sort of transaction you're waiting to go through, if they're holding your money for like another day, that's another X amount of money.
Yeah.
And what is it when they take money out of your account, but they need to refund you something? It takes up to like.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You get
So they'll
charged.
take it out of your
You get
account.
charged immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to refund it. That'll be 10 to 12 working days.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the same as online betting.
Yeah, it's
It's very easy to put your money in the account
Yeah.
to get it out.
It's
to
fun.
get it out, it's over.
And sometimes you gotta like send in all these forms to like.
Oh, dude, to get money
full
out of like
identity.
an online account, whatever it is, whether it's betting or thing, it's like, yeah, listen, we're going to need your fingerprints, we're going to need a stool sample, and copies of like 6 forms of government ID.
Yeah.
By 12 o'clock tomorrow. Otherwise, we can't have
And you're going to hand deliver it to our office in, Townsville.
Townsville. Townsville Post Office.
But I'm in Perth.
Yeah, why Townsville? Oh, it says you're registered to blah, blah, blah. Oh, but I'm not. Well, that's another form. It's going to need to be cleared by my
Yeah.
manager who's on his vacation right now.
So for me to send out the form is an accounting fee. So that'll be taken out of what we're going to refund you.
There's a processing fee.
My advice is just leave it in there. And
So so $150.
Do you really need it?
After all the deductions, you'll get back $38. For fuck's sake!
That was your original deposit was $38.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. Again with the plebiscite. 36 minutes in. Go back in.
No, all I wanted to say was I started asking people like what they voted for just out of interest.
Okay.
And
What you vote for?
I don't know why that was funny, man. It's just,
can I say anything that isn't hilarious?
no, you're just
You're a funny guy, Bobby. Fun Bobby.
So I asked. Fun, Bobby.
Fun Bobby.
I am.
Early episodes.
Yeah, man.
I am fun.
Fun. We've just been both in quiet.
All right,
Talking
cut.
about
Gay marriage.
come to the Mayweather-McGregor fight. Yeah, I'm there.
I'll be there.
Doesn't rock up. Come
play
to my house to play FIFA. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come. When?
Doesn't rock
Just
up.
give me a call.
So I asked my my Catholic mate, devout Catholic,
Yes.
mind you.
Okay.
As in church every Sunday.
Yeah.
Like,
And straight away he's like, just like big smirk on his face, and I'm like, was it no? And he's like, yeah, of course. He's like, I don't normally like to vote on anything but this. I was making sure that I vote. It's a big no, like rah, rah, rah. And so,
they forget, though, they're looking at it out of a religious.
yeah, not just that though, right? What he was saying was kind of made me think a little bit. Like, if you say yes to that, right, then it kind of opens up the door for people to like push for more stuff like bestiality or pedophilia and stuff. Like, there's cases of it that's happened in other countries and
I
stuff.
can tell you, like, yeah, but in Spain and stuff and in England and United States, gay marriage has been passed through and none of that shit's come
Yeah,
up.
their fabric of societies and falling apart at the seams, man. This is what
No,
pisses
because he
me
had a
off.
different view on that.
This is what
he does
pisses
like
me
all
off.
the vigilance.
That argument, like you're just bringing up, that's an extreme Christian view
Yeah.
every fucking time.
Yeah.
It's like, and that goes to the same thing. If we don't have the 12 commandments, we'll be running around killing each other and fucking blah, blah, blah. It's like, hang on a second, man. Pedophilia is a moral and ethical fucking sin. All right, it's not. You don't need religion to tell you being a pedophile is fucking wrong.
Absolutely. Atheists,
Does that make sense?
Atheists and
Yeah.
like agnostics, and they're all like, fuck pedophiles.
The irony
man.
of it is, there's a massive pedophile fucking problem within the Catholic Church. Like that's the fucking massive irony of it, right? But they're the first to say,
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah. And now, okay, the sanctity of marriage has to be protected to not allow the floodgates to open for pedophiles to come knocking on the door and say, hey, we want to be able to touch kids now. Like, dude, no, chalk and cheese. Like, literally.
Chalk and cheese.
You do not need a fucking Bible, and you don't need a government fucking referendum to tell you that being a pedophile is wrong. Simple.
It's wrong.
It's
just
fucking wrong.
All right, but do you think like they pass gay marriage and then it like people do start pushing for stuff like
Let 'em.
bestiality and
They'll
stuff?
get shut the
They'll
fuck
get
down,
shut
mate.
the fuck down. Dude, people push for stupid shit all the time.
This is more of a human right. Now, going into bestiality, that's
That's
not
a different thing.
That's taking.
That's an act.
That's right. It's
That's a
lewd,
sex
it's
act.
a lewd act.
That's a sex act.
Which is criminal. It's a criminal act.
That's a sex act, right?
Yeah, but what if people start saying that's my right?
Yes,
Like,
but being a homosexual is not a criminal act.
Being a homosexual isn't a criminal act.
Being like animals and children
Is.
and
It's not your
that's law.
right.
That's the law.
And dude, if you fucking sit in your house and play with your fucking dog, right, in a fucked up way, your religion will tell you
Dude, that's
a
pretty
fucked up
fucked
thing,
up.
right?
Yeah.
But what your mate is doing, who's a religious nut, he's trying to justify.
You're from a devout
This is,
Catholic.
this is the funny part, dude. Without even meeting his mate, his mate is automatically thinking, oh, but all the pedophiles and the bestial cunts are going to come out. Like, dude, no one else is thinking about pedophiles or bestial cunts. We're talking about two people in love.
Can I honestly tell you, that didn't even cross my mind.
It never
until you just said
occurred to me, yeah. Until
Like-
all the religious freaks started thinking about it. It's like, hang on a second. We're all talking about two people in love that want that union validated in a form of government.
Yeah.
No one's talking about fucking your neighbour's child or dog.
Like, that's didn't even
The only
cross my
people that are thinking of that are the fucking religious freaks.
That's fucked up, actually.
The rest of the world is like, what are you talking about?
Dude, actually, now that you bring it up,
yeah,
that's
can
fucked
you get
up.
away
I
from
didn't
the
even.
darkness for a second and just be normal?
Another thing you brought up was like in the States, a lady refused to make the cake for a gay wedding.
Yeah.
So she got taken to the court, and just like makes problems like this arise.
Okay, you know what?
There's a teething period, dude.
Yeah, and can I just say, if I'll say this. If someone doesn't want to be involved or partake, that's their choice.
That's their choice. That's their right.
That's their right. And I fully agree. If you don't want to be involved in anything like that, okay.
Yeah, Turnbull-
Not to take them to court and stuff. That's fucked up.
Turnbull
I
said the
wouldn't-
same thing about gay, because I think it was Turnbull, and they said, oh, you know, what about like the priests that came out and said we refuse to marry off gay couples? It's like, well, that's their right. That's their institution, because they're not criminalising anything. They're not persecuting anyone. They're just saying, well, look, we don't want to have anything to do with it.
It's like going into a club. The security have the right to refuse entry.
Exactly.
Because we're allowed.
We're allowed. It's our right. This is our building. This is our institution. We're allowed to do what we want.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take your hat off if you want to come in here.
That's it.
Take your hat off. Rules, right? Because that's the rules of the house. They can't tell you, oh, you're black, you can't come in, because that's being prejudiced against the colour of your skin, right? But it's like, we here do this, and that. You know, we don't want to have anything to do with anything else.
I can see what you're saying.
We're not forcing you to do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, the church can say, we're not forcing you to do something that we want to happen, but we don't have to do what you want us to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing anything to detract.
No, we're saying, like, we're happy
we
for
don't
you
want
to
your business. Like, we just don't want your business.
We can walk into a cake shop and they can be like, nah, sorry, I'm not serving you. Why? I just don't have to serve you.
Yeah, if they turn around and say it's because you're black, then they're being racist. Right?
But then people are saying if the churches are being homophobic.
Yeah, but religion is homophobic. At least the Christian religion is homophobic in the Catholic sense and la 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 la. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called being progressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing he said was, if you allow it, then it like stops people. Like it's like the whole fibre of what like countries are built on, like the
marriage and
then children. That's
rubbish.
That keeps the population going.
No, that keeps the Catholic Church going.
And
people can fucking have kids without. Dude, go down to fucking Cranbourne or Dufton and tell me how many people have got kids without being married.
You're saying like in all Western civilizations, like where this is passed or whatever, like the amount of children being born per family is like 1 point something, and to keep a sustainable thing going, it needs to be like 2 point something.
What are you celebrating tomorrow? What are you celebrating tomorrow?
My little girl's birthday.
Oh, yeah? Are you doing it with your wife?
No.
Oh, really? But how do you have a 4-year-old girl without a wife? What about the marriage? How did you have a child without being married? But do you love your daughter?
No, I said this to him. I did.
Do you love your daughter?
Yes.
Oh my! Is your daughter like a well-adjusted human being?
Is she well looked
How did that
after?
happen without?
Absolutely.
How did that happen without the fucking nut jobs from the church pushing pedophilia and bestiality into an agenda?
Which no one ever thought
No
of
one ever
until
fucking
they
thought
brought
of
it
it.
up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
so-
you're telling me that marriage is the whole thing, the foundation of children and a society? Get fucked.
Point 4, Bobby. What's your point?
Well, I just wanted to get your guys' take on that.
yeah,
'cause
yeah,
that was-
yeah.
Guys,
absolutely.
tell your mate to listen to this fucking podcast.
because he's very like, polar opposite to all our points that we have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And look, I
his
respect.
way of viewing it
Look,
is different.
I respect everyone's points. Okay, like
No, you have a right. You have a right to an opinion, but you have a
But-
stupid
but-
opinion
but
or
that-
a dangerous opinion.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Everyone has a right to an opinion. Okay,
No matter what.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's fucking got one.
Because his whole thing was, right, we should just have, like, if that's the law, we need to have, like, a standard. Like, that's it. That's what it is. There'll be no changing of this, because as soon as you start doing that, you open up...
But that's the point.
Open up room for
That's the
other
point.
laws to
The
be changed
standard of
until
that
the
law
whole-
does not include homosexuals. That's the point. We're changing the standard of that law to include
And
homosexuals. That's it.
homosexuals have been around since the dawn of time.
Exactly.
It's not an illness. It's not. People are just.
It's not new. It's
not
just that we're
new.
finally coming to terms with the fact that we need to bring it up to speed. Like the civil rights movement, man. All week I was watching docos on SBS about the civil rights movement in the States and then music through all these important eras. Like big notable songs and shit like that. They spent a lot of time talking about Martin Luther King and then like 92 and all that sort of shit. And I'm like, yeah, man. Like we're just bringing it up to speed. Like black people have been around forever, but they're only starting to have their rights fucking brought into place. This is and like we just said, if your mate wants it to be the standard, this is the standard. Homosexuals are fucking people too who can fall in love with someone and want to have that recognised on a government fucking piece of paper. That's the standard. No one's incorporating pedophilia or bestiality or anything else.
No.
The only people that are even bringing that into the argument
churchies.
are religious freaks.
Like,
That's
why
the,
bring
that's the funny part.
Why bring that up?
He views it as the beginning of the crumble of, Western society.
All right, man. Like seriously, because, let me tell you. What's your mate, man? Is he living like some sort of fucking solemn life where he goes to church 6 times a week? Does he have like 3 kids and like they're all entrepreneurs or something?
This is the other thing he said. He said, what did he say? It was like in school, like in Canada or whatever, they have like sex ed, and it caters for like homosexuality as well.
Okay.
And he's like, that's the progression of this law. I don't want my kid having that stuff.
Then don't send him to a school where they teach that. You can send him to a fucked up Catholic
Send
school.
him to a Catholic school
where they learn to be scared of the sun. Like literally. I've heard this argument a bit. Like, they're introducing sexuality into schools. Well, sexuality has always been part of school. And we've mentioned it before. The horrific sex ed that we used to have as fucking kids, where it's like, you cunts are fucked. Like, that's not nowhere near as progressive or open-minded or educational as it should be. Or frank. They act like... You know what shits me, man? Churches are the biggest fucking culprits of this. They act like sex is such a taboo subject that children... Not even children, people... are too precious to be exposed to sex. Sex exists. If it didn't, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
Like, does that
That's
make
right.
sense? In the opening verses from...
Yeah, our parents did it. Oh, yeah.
Dude, in the opening verses of Genesis...
No.
It's a song about heartbreak.
I walked in once, but yeah, that's another story.
Oh my God. That explains a lot.
It's burnt into my memory.
Yeah, let's just stay on the pedophiles and the bestials first, man.
Sweet.
Dude, in the opening fucking pages of Genesis, it's literally a story about sex. In the beginning, God created fucking the earth and the heavens and blah, 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 blah. Then he created man and they fucked. In the first fucking pages. But sex is so carnal and we can't talk about it because it's evil and it should only be done missionary in a dark room for 3 minutes and only when it's going to create more fucked up kids in the darkness. Dude, that's a metaphor for like a fundamentalist's point of view, not just Christians, Muslims, everyone's. Because something as fucking honest and integral as sex, like to society, has to be fucking shut away and not talked about. So when you actually have to deal with it, you got no idea what you're doing. And not just like in a physical sense, but in the sense of like, if a kid's ever exposed to a fucking pedophile or a sex offender, they've got no idea what's going on. They're not aware that this is like, that form of sex is fucked up.
Yeah.
So they just go with it because they're trusting their fucking peers because they've got no idea.
So we've gone from ball gags to priests.
No, dude, I'm serious.
Smooth transition.
I'm not even joking, dude. I'm dead set serious, man.
Yeah. So but that's like the mentality of someone else, you know, like all those things I said.
I heard
very strong.
I heard someone else say the same thing about like sex being taught in schools, and then like them integrating homosexuality into that and blah blah blah.
It's all part of like, you know, the
not integrate. Yeah, do you know what that does, dude? Do you know what that does? That tells a child who might be struggling with their identity or their sexuality,
it's okay.
It's okay to fucking not be. You know, not be the norm.
I actually said that to him. I'm like, what if one of your kids came to you and said that they were gay?
Yeah.
And he said, I'd just do everything in my power to get it out of them.
Exactly, because they think it's a fucking illness or a disease that can just be prayed away. Let's pray away the gay. Dude, they did that. Dude, they did that in the 50s and 60s. They did that in the 50s and 60s, trying to pray away the gay, and ended up then beating the shit out of these kids or fucking raping them. Like, that's not even. I'm not even joking, dude. Look up the statistics of those pray away gay camps, Catholic camps, where, like, literally, they'd segregate these gay kids trying to convince them that they were fucked up, and in the end, they'd end up getting whipped, flogged, or fucked. Because that's what they deserved.
That sounds like a, good lesson.
Dude, I'm not, I wish I was making this shit up, but it's the truth, man.
Yeah. It's true.
And dude, that's the thing, man. Sex isn't a taboo subject. It shouldn't be. If it didn't exist, we wouldn't fucking be here.
Yeah, like everybody fucks.
At some point, someone has to do something to procreate. It's in our fucking genetics, man. It should not be a taboo subject.
Even the most awkward guy that you could never imagine doing it probably has done it.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be, but that's the thing. It should be something we all, like, know, respect, understand, and, like, you know, it shouldn't be exploited, you know. No one should be exploited sexually. But at the same time, we shouldn't act like it doesn't exist. And that's the whole thing, dude. Fucking, and I remember reading somewhere, man, it was education and information that changed the world, the course of history. The more people knew, the more informed we are, the more decisions we're going to make, better decisions we're going to make, and the further we're going to progress. These cunts want to, like, wind back the clock. Yeah, no, gay people don't exist, you know, lock them away.
Yeah, what about all those gay people?
No, they don't exist. Yeah. It's all just, it's a sin. And that's what pisses me off, man. These fucking idiots. They're like, oh, no, we respect homosexuality. We just don't want it, you know. We don't want them tearing away the fabric of society by, you know, proclaiming their love. No one's proclaiming shit, dude. Like, it's going to make a fucking difference to you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well,
it's fucked up, man. I'm reading some of this shit about teens going there and just getting the shit kicked out of them.
See, I told you. Yeah. It's not me just talking shit, dude. No. It's the reality.
Like, it's because when the religious nuts don't hear what they want to hear, they'll beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? You're beating someone because you're not hearing.
Dude, that's Islam, that's Christianity, that's every religion. Look, dude, fucking diehard Hindus fucking do it. Look what's going on in Myanmar. They're religious groups, just zealots, gone nuts, because they don't know any different. And that's what pisses me off as well, man. Like, the Middle East, it's a closed-off fucking camp. You know what I mean? Like, they're within their own borders, and they are, like, the Saudis, you know what I mean? Like, they're fucked up. They've got some ideologies and some fundamentalist views, because it's the Middle East, man. Their borders are shut. But you can't be in Australia and have that kind of fucking opinion when you've got access to all the information of the world. You know, when you go to North Korea, they don't have the internet, they don't have Facebook, they don't have anything. And they just...
He said we're going to be ruled by Muslims because their, like, birth rate's up over 3 point something, and, like, the rest of Western civilization is, like, 1 point something. So, according to him, we're going to be living under Sharia law, like, in the near future, and it's going to be run by Muslims.
All right, man.
Because of things like gay marriage allowance.
I'm sure that's the fall. Yeah. What about when Sharia law and the Crusades? The Crusades was Christians rising up against Muslims. Yeah. Was gay marriage an issue then? Did the Ottoman Empire take over the world because homosexuals had come out during the Middle Ages trying to take over?
Yeah.
Some guy in a pub was like, oh yeah, I've been living with John for like 7 years. All of a sudden,
get him!
Yeah, all of a sudden the Ottomans just came in, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're here. Thanks, John. We'll take it from here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sharia law, everyone. No, I'm sorry, but the gay man spoke out. Now we've just taken over. You can thank John for the crumble of the United Kingdom. You know what I mean?
Dear John.
Johnny.
Thanks for that, mate.
Thanks, Johnny.
Dude, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but your mate is fucking, like, archaic. Like, that's scary.
Yeah, no, I love the guy, but yeah, he is in his views. But he would disagree with you. He'd say, no, this is the fundamentals. This is how it should be.
That's called fundamentalism. That is called fundamentalism. They're not the fundamentals. That is fundamentalism. And that's mental. That is fucking mental.
There you go. There's the two sides of the penny, people.
Two sides of the penny. Yeah, one side is open-minded and educated to the way the world works. And the other side is just going by a fucking book, thrown at him by some kiddie fiddler, living in the dark ages, going by rules set by fucking corrupt men, 1,500 years ago. Yeah, I wonder which side seems logical to you, dude? The one that says, love everyone, let everyone be equal, or one that says, even my own seed could be fucking fucked up because of what he likes? Come on,
I'll send him to a camp and I'll beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I'll rape them.
Yeah. Well, they were.
Dude.
You like dick, you're going to take some now, boy.
I'm not even joking, dude.
Yeah.
Like Spotlight, yeah? The movie about the pedophiles in the Catholic churches in Boston and the States.
Best movie ever. Most eye-opening movie ever.
Dude, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, anyone listening, watch Spotlight.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
It's called Spotlight.
Dude, that whole thing centered around, like, literally, that case nearly got exposed to mass media. And it only got stopped because of September 11.
Yeah,
they were getting ready to break the story wide open on the Boston Globe.
Yeah, they were.
And they woke up to planes, like, flying into their buildings, and they're like, fuck.
And nobody cared about that anymore.
Yeah, and they had to shelve it, because they're like, look, this is going to be fucking taken over for a while. Even if we try and put it out now, no one's going to give a fuck, because...
It'll just be a blip on the
radar. So it came out in 2015.
What?
Spotlight.
Yeah, because I saw it at the cinemas. Yeah,
it's new, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. The whole issue...
Good eye, Ruffalo. I love that guy.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Great cast.
Michael Keaton, man.
Dude, that's a pretty cool cast, man.
Yeah, man. It's the best movie.
Schreiber. What's his name? Schreiber?
It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah,
like, even as just a film. It's fucking incredible. It's powerful, man. But that's my point, dude. That exposing the whole pedophile Catholic Church thing in Boston and then the greater United States, and then it's spreading out to the fucking Vatican.
Fucking network.
That was going to be exposed on September 11, 2001, man. That was only 16 years ago. It's not that long ago.
Well, that comes back into another conspiracy thing.
What?
That's a pretty big coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that...
And then it happened...
Oh, like, yeah, like literally... Dude, the next day, they were literally going to break the press.
And then, you know what, we need a diversion.
Then all of a sudden, 3 planes flew into fucking iconic American buildings and shit. And that was it.
They killed like 3 birds with one stone and with that one fucking attack.
And it set back... Dude, it set back the whole Boston thing fucking a year.
Set back the whole fucking pedophile thing. It gave them entry into another country with force. Fucking
everyone forgot about the pedophiles in Boston, except for the reporters working on it. And they're like, we need to break this story. Nah, we've got to worry about the Islamist fundamentalists.
Now we're going to war, boy.
Yeah, to stop these like barbaric fucking Muslims,
which made it worse.
Man, that's still going on today.
Yeah.
But see what I'm saying, man? And it all boils down to like. People living in the fucking dark ages, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, it boils down to them living in the dark ages and not allowing themselves to fucking open their minds and question these archaic fucking rules that corrupt individuals literally 1,500 years ago wrote. Like, think about it like that. These are the fundamentals? No, they're not. No, actually, no, they're not. The fundamentals are, love your fucking neighbor. That's the fundamental.
Yeah.
That's the fundamental, not, I will beat my child if I think he's gay.
Yeah.
That's fucked. Yeah. How old's you, mate?
Yeah, like 30.
30? Born and, like, raised in the gully? Like that side, like Basin.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, has he ever left? Has he ever done anything?
No, wait.
I'm just asking for some background on the individual so I can understand.
No names or anything like that.
He's not a guy, like you know.
Yeah. Just his ideal.
You know the guy, Jimmy.
Of course I do.
But I'll tell you after. But yeah. But it's just like I was blown away by the contrast of opinions.
It's fucked, dude. It's dangerous, man. It's fucking dangerous, and that's what pisses me off.
Like that's so just person versus person, like.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
Over, like somebody's feelings.
Dude, what difference?
It's like person to person fighting over somebody's feelings.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what difference is it going to fucking make?
He would walk past, right, every day. How many gay people? He wouldn't even know because it doesn't make a difference.
Dude, his fucking local baker could be gay.
If he was worried about gay people, he just wouldn't leave his house.
Yeah.
That's it. The guy that makes the bread could be gay. The guy that cuts his hair could be gay. The guy that made these fucking clothes that he's wearing
never
could be
fucking
gay.
know.
That's right. But you know why? Because it doesn't matter. That's it. It doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter what they do in their personal life. Doesn't matter what they... Anyway.
Listen.
I'm just saying, man. Like, it makes no fucking difference, man. It literally makes no difference. The fabrics of society is not going to fall apart. And like we said 20 minutes ago, the only people worried about this plebiscite opening up the floodgates for pedophiles and bestials to come out of the woodwork and start pushing their fucking rules, the only people worried about that are fundamentalist Christians.
Yeah.
Like, literally. The only people thinking about that are Christians.
You know what? No one gives a fuck that you're straight.
No.
Why would we give a fuck if they're gay? Like, no one's gonna be like, oh my god, you're straight. Like, who gives a fuck? You know,
why is it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Why is it the world fucking scientists pushing, like, new technologies and new medicines and all that sort of shit, trying to save humanity? Why is it that they're mostly, predominantly atheist? Why? Is that just a coincidence?
No, obviously they're more, like, open-minded.
Because they want to see humanity progress. They don't want to be burdened. Dude, Jim Jeffries had the best stand-up on that, man. On that exact fucking thing. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it, because I don't want to quote Jim Jeffries incorrectly.
And we're not trying to smash your mate here.
No.
That's the way. Is that the way he's grown up, in that kind of household, a religious household, or is that he's grew into the religion in a way?
No, I think it's always been a constant.
Okay, so again, you're affected by your surroundings as well. I'm sure that if we grew up in a household where it was like, no, wrong, blah blah, you end up getting brainwashed. You do, you really do. But
it reminds me of the Louis Theroux one on Nazis. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
The lady with the two twins.
Oh, and they sing?
And they sing?
Yeah. Oh,
and they
man.
got to dance around the Nazi symbol on the floor.
And they bring out their songs and they're blonde and blue.
Yeah.
You can only beat hate with love. Now, in saying that, I hate Muslims. Hang on, I didn't finish my sentence. I hate Muslims, I hate Christians, I hate the Amish, I hate Buddhists, I hate the snake people, I hate Jews, I don't know who I've missed here. Sikhs, I hate all. Our fight in this world is not against Islam, it's against religion. Be very clear about this. Because I can tell you this for sure. No one's head has ever been cut off in the name of atheism. No one has ever cut into human flesh and looked down camera and gone, in the name of nothing!
Dude, Jim Jeffries is fucking... He runs like a political show. I saw the one you were talking about. It's fucking great.
Now, let me be clear about this. If you're religious, I'm sure some of you might be very nice, but you are slowing us down. We're trying to move forward and you're in the fucking way. I'm sorry. See, there's a lie that you'll be told throughout your life that will go along the lines of this. We have to save the planet. There is no bigger lie than we have to save the planet. We don't have to save the planet. We have to save us, the human race. The planet does not give a fuck about us, and it will be happy when we're gone. We are in the planet's way. Have you ever seen one of those documentaries where they go, this is what New York will look like 1 year after the human race dies, and it's all covered in vines and shit? The planet wants us gone. As soon as we're gone, the planet will go, I'm going to do dinosaurs again. Right? Like...
to do dinosaurs again.
So we have to save ourselves in spite of the planet trying to kick us the fuck off. Right? Now imagine that the world is a train track and society is a train. And as society has always had to do, the train has to move forward. Because if it stops moving forward, we will run out of resources around the train because we'll be stationary. And the gears will lock up and the vines will take over. So it has to keep going forward. Now, in this train, we have the people in the engine room, the people who are running the show. And those people in our society who run the show are scientists. These are the people who are inventing medicines for you to live longer, and surgeries for you to live longer, and finding alternative fuel sources. And engineers that are making machines that run more efficiently. Right? Now, all these people are scientists. Now, whether you like it or not, scientists are primarily atheists. And they're all in the front carriage dragging us along. Now, in the second carriage, we have a bunch of cunts that I don't think get fucking enough flack. Agnostics. These fucking wishy-washy fucks. They're all standing around the second carriage going, who knows? You know, maybe there is a God, maybe there isn't a God, maybe your God and your God are the same God. But like, I know there was a Big Bang, but who made the Big Bang? I wouldn't consider myself religious, but I am spiritual. And then there's this last carriage, and the last carriage is 50 times bigger than the other two carriages combined. And it's carrying the rest of the population of the human race. And it's just filled with cunts wearing hats for reasons they don't know.
Cunts.
And growing beards because they think they have to. And some of the women are covering their faces and cowering. Everyone's dancing around going, man on a cloud, man on a cloud. And there are so many of these cunts that the train is hardly fucking moving. And the people in the engine room are like this. If I just pull this peg here...
Peg.
Do you know how fast we've been moving?
Yeah. Seriously.
What a boss. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love that stand-up. And the one thing I always take note of when I watch... Because I watch that from time to time. How deathly quiet everyone is when he's talking. Especially during the first part where he's like, you know... singling out like the scientists and blah 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 blah. Everyone's fucking quiet because it's true. It's fucking true, and that's the point. Science doesn't adhere to fucking religion, man. They never thought we can't do this because it's not kosher. We can't do this because it's Friday. You know what I mean?
They do it because they want to do it.
Do we need to do this now? Yeah. Otherwise, some cunt's going to fucking die, or we're going to blow up, like or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Your Catholic mate. He might be all like churchy or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But, dude, give him the full rendition of what his religion encompasses. That cunt would not leave the house. He wouldn't have a job doing like what he does. He wouldn't be doing half the shit he does.
Dude, he wouldn't even zip his pants down and take a piss.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be allowed to touch himself.
He refuses to do all that stuff. He reckons it's just, like, made up.
What's made up?
Like all the allegations against the Catholic Church or whatever.
How is it made up? All these kids are coming out fucking broken.
Yeah, he's like, one or two might be true, but they ramp it up and it's like, make it this big thing.
One or two? Really?
But I mean, you can't...
So you're saying that, like...
You can't reason with someone like that, dude.
But that's the point. There is no reasoning with a fundamentalist. That's the whole point. And that's why I can't stand fucking
faith.
Greeks half the time, because we've said 100 times, Easter time, Christmas, everyone Greeks are the worst.
That's hypocrites, man. They're all hypocrites.
They become the fundamentalist, and it's like, you're fucked. Fundamentalism does not work, man. Because all you see are the fundamentals as dictated by whatever the fuck.
Only one way, yeah.
Yeah. It's like there is no one way.
Hence why me and Tim don't go to church.
Exactly.
Don't go to, why? Why would I sit there and listen to that shit? Why? Because when one guy goes to church once a year to Easter and then goes home and beats his missus.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would I go? Do you know what I mean?
Why would I fucking have anything to do with that?
Or the kid that goes there, right? And after midnight, he gets to go home and he gets on it, goes smokes ice with his mate and goes to the clubs and starts. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a critical shit.
Like, fundamentalism looks at the fundamentals, right, of whatever someone decreed, whether it's, you know, Mormonism or fucking whatever, yeah? Dude, the planet has got how many billion people on it?
7.
7?
Pushing 7.
You know what? Hey, look, if you're right.
Right, dude, the planet has got how many billion people, okay?
7.
How many fucking different ideas and ideologies have come out in the last, 3,000 years?
Lots.
How many?
You son of a bitch.
7.
7.4.
Right? You think about that, man. Like, think about, okay, you know what?
Okay.
Oracle.
Both of yous, think about your core group of friends, right?
It's right here.
Yeah, exactly. And how fucking different are we all, man?
Yeah.
Seriously. We have shared common interests, but we're all fucking different. Whether it's how we eat our steak, whether it's, fucking what music we wake up to.
Like Johnny goes for a piss and sits down.
Yeah. In the store with music playing so no one hears him.
He's got his little lavender spray.
That VIP shit, he buys gallons of it.
I don't want anyone smelling. Sorry about throwing the buzz.
Yeah, that was funny.
Sorry, man. I'm throwing the buzz.
No. I'm just saying, right? Think about your...
Not on.
Dude, think about the people in your house and then the people you work with, right? How fucking different is everyone? Opinions,
very different.
tastes, fucking interests, all that shit. And we're talking about 40, 50 people. You like, everyone would be fucking different, like, on scales you wouldn't... And that's like, dude, you could look at music they listen to, food they eat, who they vote for, and who they're attracted to, and you could lump 30% of them in one side, and they'd be like, if you had to pick, all right, let's find the people that are exactly the same, you might get one. Like, you might pair off two people. Maybe. But then they'll find something that they fucking can't stand. Like, each of them. They're completely different. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think about that sometimes, but I also think, like, at the same time, like, we're very similar in many ways.
We are.
Like memes, like, they're so universally understood.
Exactly.
Because people just get the feeling of what it's trying to say, the meme, right?
Because we're all fundamentally the fucking same. We're all just people trying to survive and figure it out. That's the whole point. Dude, you nailed it right on the fucking head. We are all so similar. Because we're all trapped on this fucking ball. Yeah. I'm serious. And we all just want to fucking have food and be able to do what we want. Yeah? But, like, that's what I'm saying. You look at just individuals you know and associate with, you know, your friends, your colleagues, on a rotating sort of roster. And, man, you have common interests, but you have completely fucking different opinions on shit. Yeah. Then look at the world, man. How many similarities would we have with, like, you know, a kid in Uganda looking for food? Or a Muslim extremist in Saudi Arabia trying to lop his wife's head off? Or a Mormon out in Utah who's got 7 wives, thinks electricity is evil.
He's an Amish as well.
Do you know what I mean?
He's a Mormon Amish.
Yeah. Mormon Amish.
Or an Amish, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying, man.
Just pick and choose a couple, just to cater for whatever
Jebediah beats his wife, but doesn't turn a light on.
Yeah. Ezekiel,
Jebediah. He's my son, Jeb. My other son, Jebediah. My other son, Aya.
Zachariah.
Zach.
Isaiah.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean?
Get to the horse and carriage.
Yeah.
Malachi.
Malachi.
But, dude, like, there are so many wakes of life on this planet that could not give a fuck about the Catholic Church's agenda, or the Australian government's agenda, or the Carlton football team's agenda. They do not care.
Or Bobby's agenda.
Yeah, dude, go to the
or
kids.
Dim's or mine,
go to the Nepalese mountains and find a kid that gives a fuck about Carlton.
He'll put an arrow through your head, man.
Dude, we love Carlton Football Club. I will get a Carlton tattoo tomorrow. I will bleed blue, navy blue, for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Kid in Peru doesn't give a fuck about Carlton.
He'll be like, huh?
Yeah, some dude
Blues,
in the favelas.
Blues what?
Some dude in the favelas in Brazil would not give a fuck about Carlton. Yeah, we might both talk about Pele, but he wouldn't give a fuck about Carlton.
And then he'd mug you.
Yeah.
He would.
He could, yeah.
I don't know who this is. Now give me your wallet. What accent was that I just did? I don't know.
That was like an Indian. That was more Indian Middle East. Yeah. Everyone has a fucking agenda, like whatever it is, man. But through that agenda, there's some common sense, and like common sense should fucking prevail.
That's what I struggle with, dude. Like the way we think about a lot of things, it just seems common sense. Like, just be nice and well-rounded and understand people.
That's the point.
But like, so many people are just like, I don't know. Like, it's just
because they've got their own agenda, or they've had someone else's agenda put into them where they don't fucking think for themselves. People are scared to think for themselves.
Yeah. And they take it on board. They're like, oh, maybe he's right.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just easier to agree with this because it saves me from having to think for myself. Dude, and we're going full circle. The men that are too scared to fucking open a washing machine to put fucking clothes in and dump some powder. That would mean you have to think for yourself. It's just easier to delegate it to some fucking wife.
Yeah. What does top loader or front loader mean, Nicholas?
All I know is it washes clothes. I don't know how to... I put powder in it. And I turn the water on, and I set a timer, and I press the little green button that says go, and it washes my clothes, and then it does the drain cycle and the rinse.
Gets all those front and rear stains out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, dude.
All over it.
Must struggle.
Man, I've got a front loader.
Yeah, I've got a front loader too.
Yeah, they're better. Much better for the clothes, I hear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, but you can't throw clothes in mid-wash.
Nah.
Like, you know what I
With
mean?
the top loader, you can because it'll stop.
Yeah.
Put the lid up and it'll stop, and you're like, front loader, once it's gone, mate, you're fucked. You got to do another cycle.
You are locked out, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, dude, no getting your clothes out.
No.
You got to be vigilant. You have got to know. You have got to put everything in then, otherwise you're out.
Too late. Too late, my friend.
That's what I adhere to, man. I spend time sorting through my laundry, man. How much of a dumb cunt do you feel like if you find like a black sock sitting in your room?
Dude, seriously? Seriously, I'll put the washing on, and then I'll find... Like, I had a t-shirt, like, underneath, like, under my pillow. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! And it was like one of your favourite ones that you like to wear. Like, oh... Then you gotta wait for the next load.
Yeah, or you stop it, and then you walk away and come back like 10 minutes later waiting for it to reset.
Yeah.
Or when you forget your juice hanky and you're just like, fuck, that really needed washing.
You're fucked.
But then you still get a couple of more tugs out of it.
Yeah, oh, dude, you just unravel it, unpeel it,
Yeah.
so it cracks and rips apart.
But what if you fold it and to the other side?
How did I... Why do I entertain...
when you fold it so many times, it's
Why
like
do I
just a ball.
entertain these conversations?
It's really hard to pull apart.
I do it to myself. Like, I have nothing else to do on a Wednesday.
Let me ask you guys something.
Speaking of
Now that we're on the
wait.
situation...
I'm trying to think of that movie. It's a vampire one. Interview
with a vampire.
Wait, what is it?
Interview with a vampire.
Interview with a
Tom
vampire.
Cruise, Brad Pitt.
You sure that's what it's called?
Dude, that is what it's called.
Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt.
Interview with a vampire.
Yeah, it was, what's her name's first movie?
Bobby. He doesn't believe you. He doesn't
What's her
believe
name?
Wait, before you look it up, would you be willing to place money on that? And that's the right name of that movie.
Interview with the vampire.
With the vampire or a vampire?
Interview with the vampire. I don't know. So interview with the vampire or a vampire?
So a vampire, okay.
Or the.
Wait, what did you say? You're against...
I asked the question, you guys said interview with a vampire.
No.
It's interview with the vampire.
The vampire.
The vampire.
That's what he said.
That's what I said. The vampire.
Is it the vampire or
It's the.
Okay.
Yeah.
But initially you
Christian
said...
Slater interviews him.
Initially you said a.
No, I said
interview No, you said a.
Alright, if we're... No,
we're going to play it back.
I'll play it back and I'll fucking...
Initially you
nail you just to the wall.
Initially you said a.
Do you want me to rewind it? And we can hear it back?
Because I said after
Do you want me to rewind it and hear it back? Because we're recording, dickhead.
Do you want to play this game, Bobby?
Let's play. I can stop
Hey, Bobby, do you want to play a game?
When I initially said...
I want to play a game with you.
When I initially said, would you like to bet money on that?
The keys to the handcuffs are behind your eye.
You must gouge out your eye. 40 seconds. I initially said, after you answered the question, I said, are you willing to put money on that? Because you said interview with a vampire, and then you kind of changed it and wishy-washied on it, right? Doesn't matter.
I'll stop the recording, rewind it, play it back for you, and then start it again.
All right, do it, because I know I'm right.
Fuck you. Okay, hang on.
I'm trying to think of that movie. It's a vampire one. Interview with a vampire. Wait, what is it?
Interview with a vampire.
No! I said that! Dude, are you serious?
I said that!
Go over there and listen to it.
Oh, fuck.
Go over there.
Rewind it again now.
Dude, it was interview with the. He said it. He
I
said
said the.
And I'm not just sticking up for it. He
Interview
said
with the vampire.
He goes, interview with the vampire. He didn't say...
We both said it.
Dude. Say Bobby was wrong.
I wasn't.
Oh, my God.
So what's your point?
Okay, agree
What
with
is
this.
your fucking point?
Did you wishy-washy on it? When I questioned you, you were like, the? No, a. It's a. No, it's the.
Dude, let me ask you a question. Why are you stuck on me saying the or a?
Because there is a reason to this conversation, alright?
Yeah.
I said the. And then you brought a.
So
and
you
then,
never once
Then
said-
we went back and forth with it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was the. We all said the.
No, because what happened was,
For argument's sake-
when you brought up the A, he's like, interview with her? No, it's interview
it's
with
the.
the.
And then you made me second guess myself. For my first
I'll let you guys have it, because I'm the bigger man. but-
Get fucked.
Eat a dick. What was your point, though? What was your point?
So the reason I bring it up is because I always remember it being interview with a vampire, right?
Yeah.
There's also a very famous scene from an old Star Wars movie. It's when Darth Vader finally admits to Luke that he is his...
Yeah, and they always misquote the line.
Yeah, it's like, Luke, I am your father. There's been t-shirts made of it. Luke,
Yeah,
I am your father.
What does he actually say?
No. Or look or something. Look. Or no, I am your father.
Yeah, it's always been misquoted. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's actually something behind this.
Really?
It's called the Mandela Effect. It's nothing new. It's like been around for a while, but I kind of missed the whole Mandela Effect train. Like,
What do you mean?
because I've been into conspiracies and whatever, but when the Mandela Effect was like a thing and people were talking about it, I just missed it. Like I didn't.
Okay, so what's the Mandela effect?
things like that. Like,
Things getting misquoted.
not misquoted, but it's like so many people believe it in their mind that that's what it actually was.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, no, I remember seeing it in the fucking 80s. He said, Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
So
So
what does it actually say? Look.
What is your point? I'm confused.
yeah, so this is the Mandela Effect, dude. That's what
Conspiracy.
I'm talking about. People are dead sure that it's that he said, Luke, I am your father. Or the movie was called An Interview with a Vampire, right?
Yeah.
It's the vampire.
And so people are just confused. They're like, no, I remember this. And there's another one with the Berenstain Bears, like Berenstain, like
Stein.
Yeah.
just the way it was spelled, like Stain or Steen.
Or
Yeah.
Stein.
Stein.
And yeah, so basically what people attribute it to is like
You say schnitzel or schnitzel?
there's so many of them. dude.
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Do you say schnitzel or schnitzel? Chicken, what?
I think I say both. Schnitz.
See, I say schnitzel.
I grew
Without
up
the
saying
T.
schnitzel. And
Because
then
that's the way our old
that's how my parents said it.
But when I
then-
first heard it, schnitzel, I'm like, that's not how you say it. It's like, yes, it is.
Yeah, and then somewhere through high school, Johnny Des first said it.
Yeah.
We called it schnitzel. And we said, man, we love that fucking word. It's actually such a good word. Schnitzel. It's the way you meant to say it.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I say Schnitz.
Yeah, but people say schnitz now because we know how to pronounce it.
And plus, the shop opened up, schnitz.
Yeah.
That it's not called snitz. That'd be fucked. What are you eating? Snitz? I'm not
Yeah,
going
but that's
there.
what I'm saying, dude. When I was a kid, my mum...
Sounds like you've got nits. Yeah.
My parents used to pronounce it that because that's what the
Schnitzel.
Greeks said, so that's how we did it. And then I learnt the proper way. Dude, I mispronounced my own surname for most of my life. For the first 13, 14 years of my life, I mispronounced my surname because the way it's spelt in English...
Sorry.
Yeah, like the actual lettering, when you I figured it out, like, you know, a couple of years ago when I actually looked at it properly, yeah? I think I figured it out when I got my tat done with my surname, right? And I looked at it, and I'm like, now I understand why my parents were mispronouncing their own surname for fucking, like, you know, the first how many years. My mum still does.
O'Brien, how do you miss... That's pretty standard.
O'Brien, Demetrios O'Brien. Yeah. No, because, and I realised
Demetrios
why.
Greg O'Brien.
Because I realised exactly why. Because when you look at the Greek lettering, right, for my surname, and then you try and translate it across, and you say it, right, with the Greek lettering, like, as in, because the first letter of my name is made, to make the sound, in English, you need 2 letters. But then when you put those 2 letters down as English, the next letter, which is the first vowel, the Greek writing of it looks like a capital Y, but it makes an I sound. But whoever fucking wrote it across on the birth certificate or when they came here and did their visas, they just saw a Y and said, oh, it must be a Y.
Okay.
That automatically makes an I sound.
Yeah.
Like in psychology or, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for the first fucking 15 years, I pronounced it the way my mum would pronounce the surname, which is incorrect. It doesn't make an I. The first vowel of my name does not make an I sound. It makes an I. It doesn't make a Y sound. It makes an I sound.
Yeah.
And so I started correcting myself when I was about 14, 15. Only because a kid that I knew that was Brazilian.
So you were saying Psy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a kid that I knew that was Brazilian heard me saying it on the phone, heard me say my first name and my second name, my surname, and he's like, what the fuck? How are you pronouncing your name, dude? And he corrected me. Like, he actually corrected me. He goes, you got a fucking weird accent on your name, man. That sounds like a bogan saying it. And then I realised, like, shit, you're right.
It does, actually, now that I say it in my head.
Yeah.
And
I've never said it like
and that
that,
was my
though.
own mum. That was my mother fucking saying. And to this day, when I hear her repeat her surname to people, she says it with the way an Australian, like a bogan Australian, would fucking say it, because that's just how she was told her surname would
And
be.
that's how it's spelled.
For 30
and that's how
years,
it's-
you know, as long as she's been married, and that's it.
It's a bit different, though.
No, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's my own fucking name, and I was getting it wrong because that's just what I knew until I actually looked at it and I went, oh, that's why. And then I realised.
Pardon.
Yeah. But does it make sense?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So this is more like just with memories or whatever about a certain event or whatever.
Okay, and then consider the Chinese whispers on that sort of shit when you put it to world events or religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad. Fucking nuclear holocaust, man.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. People's fucking misinterpretation of shit. Remember when I asked you about, you said that God saw his plateau, and that would be the Earth effect?
Yeah.
Plateau can mean 100 things. Or it could have been misinterpreted, or fucking read wrong, or it could have been 100 things. But the Flat Earth Society saw the plateau, automatically assume that A, there's a God that created the universe, and the Earth is flat. How many people in the Flat Earth movement?
Well, that's still going, like,
course it is.
quite strongly.
Yeah.
Just another thing like me versus you know.
That's what I'm
topic.
saying. There's a million fucking things for it, and there's a million opinions on it.
But like,
Blah,
yeah,
blah,
with
blah, blah,
with the Mandela Effect, there were so many people that were like just bamboozled by it. Like they just couldn't believe that what they knew
yeah,
has changed, right?
of course.
But it's like a full thing, dude. Like it comes up to like the actual thing for it is there's a parallel universe just like ours, and they're coming close to each other. So like somehow,
In essence, it's false memory.
Yeah.
That's what it says on Wiki.
But you know what, dude? Full circle. I know of someone that was sexually abused, and they were told by the abuser that when they tried, like they were abused as a child, and then when they tried to remember it, they were convinced that it was by someone else because the abuser said, "Oh no, that wasn't me. That was another person."
yeah, and you just change.
And so they believed it as a because like they didn't remember their fucking they questioned their own memories from being a kid,
yeah,
and they were told something else. But does that make sense?
yeah, it makes sense.
But dude, that's society, man. We're told different shit all the time. Dude, September 11. We're a week out from September 11. We're told all these types of shit that we clearly see. Dude, we're told that.
I just remembered why it's called the Mandela Effect.
Yeah.
Because a lady that brought it to light, it was when Nelson Mandela went to jail.
Yeah.
Like in the 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's like just a giant amount of people that all remember him dying, being killed in jail.
Oh.
Right? Like swarms and swarms of people. Like that's how this came to light, the Mandela
We
Effect.
saw him get released and then, yeah.
Because all these people would just come out of the woodworks, like after this lady said it, she's like, didn't he die in prison? Everyone's like, yeah, no shit, he died in prison. Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
so
he didn't.
yeah, but it's like, why? Like, why are people?
Why would people think that?
I
Why
got a
would
cool
people
I
think
got a
that?
cool one for you. Mandela Effect. To show you Mandela Effect. How is Fruit Loops spelled?
Yeah, I've looked this one up as well.
Would you... Normal people would spell it like fruit.
Fruit, F-R-U-I-T, and then loops.
No.
It's F-R-T-T, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people would be like, no, it's fruit, like Fruit Loops. No. Fruit Loops.
Yeah, it's
Which is cool as, like, you know, shit like that. People, like, it makes you double take. Look at it, and you're like,
Is it?
what? Like, it makes you double take.
Yeah, bad.
Like,
That looks weird.
I could honestly,
If I had to
I'm
write Fruit Loops
convinced-
out,
I'm honestly convinced that I saw F-R-U-I-T.
if I had to write it on a piece of paper right now, I would
Yeah.
write it with R-U-I-T.
Yeah. See? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's like a ton of people remember him saying, "Luke, I am your father." A ton of people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison. So it's like, why is this happening, right?
Yeah.
So what they sum it up to is, it's like a parallel universe coming close with ours, and they're like somehow intermingling like communications or something. Like that's the official thing on it. Like that's what people believe.
I guess like a parallel universe with the same sort of incident, but just different.
Just different slightly, and it's like crashing with ours.
yeah, like there's a glitch.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool theory.
So that's like the main theory. But
Well-
this guy I listen to, the guy that talks about CERN being a portal and shit, his thing it's like mass mind manipulation.
Meaning what?
Meaning like we're all going to be a part of artificial intelligence, right?
We're all a part of.
Like each one of us is a node, and it's like taking information all out of all of us into this one giant computer. Mm-hmm. That's like going to be the basis for AI. Like, you know what I mean?
basis for
Like using everybody's like consciousness and experiences and things they like. We're all like giving up information into this big AI.
So we're all
thing.
being harvested for our
Yes.
experiences and knowledge to what fuel an artificial intelligence
Yeah.
machine
Yeah.
that will what control the world.
Well, I don't know, but what this guy is saying is with the Mandela Effect, it's like it's so far advanced that it's like they can just change people's memories.
Ah,
Like they can actually change people's memories. So these titles of these movies, they never actually changed. But when they started manipulating with people's heads, like it's something to do with the way they spin the little tiny electrons in your brainwaves, you get implanted these thoughts, dude.
yeah, they do that all the time. Like in every movie where it's about government conspiracy, or you know, like they take in a soldier and alter his brain. Dude, remember Street Fighter Animated, one of our favourite
Yeah,
movies?
Blanca. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Ken.
Basically that, dude. But they can do it like just wirelessly now and stuff.
Yeah,
And he also says when 5G comes out, that's like
that's the next level.
it's got a whole bunch of. It's got like. Apparently, dude, we have like tiny little nanoparticles inside us.
Yeah.
And when 5G gets activated, those particles get activated, and it's like a mind control thing. That's what he says.
So that's tinfoil hat shit.
That's tinfoil hat shit.
Yeah.
Ah.
What do you think?
But do you know what the weird thing is, right?
Probably believes it.
Yeah, yeah. He's got that Fox Mulder poster. I want to believe.
He's already built half his forehead. The truth is out there. And Bobby gets like, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
This is the weird thing, right? Everything this guy says, his name's Anthony Patch. He basically scours all the papers and documents that come out of like quantum computing laboratories. It's all factual shit, like said in roundabout ways. Anthony Patch.
Show you.
But man, you're gonna show him, like, you're gonna Google it.
So,
like, it's not even like being biased. It's just saying what someone else said.
Yeah.
He's already writing him off.
I'll bring you back down to earth, Bobby.
He's gonna find some fact. Anthony Patch molested a dog. Oh well, there goes that.
Anthony Patch controversy. Which is
straight up.
So basically, that's the Mandela Effect.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's what he says about it. But the mainstream way of thinking is it's a parallel universe interacting with our universe.
I love how that's the mainstream way of thinking, a parallel universe. We've talked about parallel. You know what's interesting? I was listening to the old episodes. I was listening to 42B or whatever, which was our last one for 2016. We talk about parallel universes.
Oh, the Jesus or whatever, right?
No, Jesus is on
older.
Jesus is
older.
surfing through the worm.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The worm. Oh,
yeah. Dude, it was.
You're lucky. Anthony
33,
Patch is clean.
33,
I can't remember some shit, but it was like the last episodes of 2016.
Yeah.
That's what I've been listening to the last 3 days. That's fucked up. No shit. I just realised now.
Patch is clean.
Full circle in a year.
Patch is clean.
He's clean. He just did a government search.
He just did a
checked out all the.
He's legit. He's
checked
legit.
all the sex offender lists.
Yeah.
Checked out all the religious.
He's all right.
No, he's got a police check and everything. He's fine.
He's massive Christian.
Yeah.
He was on this conspiracy podcast I listened to, and it was like a majorly like religious based episode. Like for this guy, he normally just doesn't put that out. So he has all these modern theories and like not even theories, shit that he's researched, but he ties it into religion.
Okay. It's kind of weird, like trying to tie in Christianity with like parallel universes and science. Like that, they're two different things.
He does it, man. Like
you're convinced.
I don't know, dude.
No, but you know what it is? It's food. It's food for fucking thought. And the thing is, he might bring up a point which is bulletproof, right? But then you could listen to some fucking atheist scientist that brings up another point that's bulletproof as well. The point is, we have the ability to take what we fucking want and put them together and say, all right, well, these cunts are wrong about this, but they're right about that. These cunts are wrong about this, but they're right about that. You know what I mean? But when you're a fundamentalist and all you see is the one fucking rule...
God.
Yeah, or whatever your creed is, or beliefs. If you're that fundamentalist, even like if you're a fucking liberal or you're a feminist and you believe that, all men are fucking evil. You know what I mean? It's like, no, men aren't evil. You know what I mean? You're only here because a man and a woman came together. They can't be evil. Yeah? But that's the point. That is my point. I've been saying it for like a year and a half now. The point is that we have all this fucking information available to us. Why get the blinkers and just keep going one direction without looking at anything else? That's the point.